I never knew what that was when I was younger growing up, that saying, be there or be square. What? What does that mean?
What does it mean?
What does it mean? Do you know? I still don't know what that means.
So B square is more like don't put yourself in that box where you're like not including yourself. Like just be there, be present, don't be square, don't close yourself off.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
At least that's how it was described to me. I don't know if that's accurate.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's probably why they made up the show Out of the Box. Out of the box, cause don't put yourself in a box, right? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Starr. I'm your host for Welcome to the Deep Podcast, where we talk about deep topics and we dive deep into each category, each topic that we talk about. And we just have a good time. Well, sometimes we don't have a good time because it's a very deep topic and it gets very controversial sometimes. But anyways, you guys already know what it is. So if you guys are new here, welcome on in. If you guys are on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like the channel, like the video, and make sure you hit the notification button so that you don't miss any episode, which airs every Wednesday, by the way. If you guys are on Spotify, go ahead and follow the podcast and leave a review if you guys would like to. If not, enjoy the show. But without further ado, guys, we're going to get it going. And I got a big announcement. We are bringing in a guest that was on the podcast before. I think it was 2 episodes ago. But the big announcement is we are going to officially bring in Kaleo as a co-host for this podcast. So you will be seeing her beautiful face from now on. Kaleo, hey, I appreciate you, Kaleo, for being a part of the team. I think we have a good vibe together. I mean, not only because we knew each other before, but the times that we've had done a podcast, because if you guys didn't know, we did do a test podcast before. And I just thought our vibes was very connectivity. If that makes sense?
Very connectivity. We have a good connection, good chemistry. We agree on most things, but not all. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So welcome on in, Kaleo, again. We're gonna get the show started, and today we're gonna kind of go away from the deep topics that we usually talk about, like these past couple episodes about mental health, mental illness, deep topics. We're gonna have a little fun, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people always, I feel like this is good conversation in the workplace, when you're at work and you get bored and then you just spark up a conversation and it's would you rather. So so there's a lot of would you rather. I do it all the freaking time. Do you do that at work sometimes?
I do.
You do?
I do. I have a new assistant at work, so I've been doing that just to kind of get to know her and her style, just so I know how to interact with her.
No, for sure. For sure. It's I've always done that just to spark conversations, because when I get silent for too long and I start thinking in my own head, and then I don't know. It's a good conversation starter for sure. And then you get to you really get to see other people's perspectives on certain things, you know what I mean? Because we're gonna have some funny ones and then we're gonna have some serious ones. So do you have any would you rather before I go with the ones that we already have? You know what I'm saying?
Not really. Some of the ones that you wrote down, I'm like, oh, I would totally ask those ones. I asked the first one that you're gonna ask yesterday.
Oh, really?
I did, and we went super far into why that was.
That's how it always is. It's like when somebody doesn't agree, right? You're like, why though? Why?
Right.
All right, so we'll go right into the first one. So would you rather have a talking dog or a talking cat?
A talking dog, hands down. Hands down. Would you?
I would definitely have a talking dog, and I'm probably biased because I like dogs more than cats.
Oh, same. Absolutely. Cats are turds, man. Like I wouldn't want a talking cat because the sheer fact that I know for a fact if you had a talking cat, they're gonna talk to you like in this like condescending tone of like, you peasant, you piddly human, and knock all your things off your table, right? Like
No,
mm-mm.
for real. I was just gonna say, like, now you gotta look at the personalities of the actual animal. And
Right.
the dog is just, I mean, if you really think about it, the dog might get a little bit on your nerves sometimes because they're like, play with me, come on, come on, come on, me, you know,
Can we go for a walk? Can we go for a walk? Can we go for a walk?
right? So it's like, what what do you want to deal with? You know?
Right.
The attitude, or the always like being positive one that wants to just have fun, like the happy go lucky one. You know what I mean? It's kind
I think I'd
of,
prefer that. I think that would take me out of my funk more, you know?
you know, yeah, no, yeah, you're not wrong, not wrong. Yeah, I'm sure whoever's listening, you guys are. How could you? I love cats. Cats are this. Cats are that. Like, it's just.
My little snowball is precious. Yeah, until like she's sitting there in her silence. Yes, once you sleep, I will suck your soul from your body. No, like, no.
No, no. The most that the dog's gonna do is like, oh, you're going to sleep? Let me lick you in the face.
Can I join? Can I sleep up there with you?
Exactly, exactly. So all you cat lovers out there, no offense to you guys. Like I always say, it's your own personal preference. We're just dog people.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. All right, let's move on to the next one, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Would you rather have a permanent unibrow or permanent bed hair?
I'm gonna say bedhead because like you can work with that a little bit better than I think a unibrow. I mean, some people can pull off a unibrow. Maybe I don't know. I couldn't. Look, I draw on my eyebrows, so
You can't. You definitely not wrong. You can, like. I mean, I have bed hair right now, and I got a hat on, and you can't
right?
even tell.
Wear a hat. Exactly.
Wear a hat or wear headphones. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you had bed hair, like for a female, right? You just pull your hair back real quick. You don't have to like try and figure. Just pull it back and then headphones on.
Exactly what I did.
Like, is that why? Is that why a lot of females wear beanies or like scrunchies or whatever it may be? Because like I feel like there's
Oh yeah.
always something in females' hairs. It's not
Yeah.
not
Messy
always
buns,
like,
you can
yeah.
guarantee it was either wash day for their hair or it just was a bad hair day. So there's like, screw it, it's going up in a bun.
In a bun
Oh
is a,
yeah,
yeah. But so in a,
bun, pony, a beanie, a baseball cap. Hmm.
I feel like there's more like now that you guys heard this, like I feel like you guys will be looking at these females now there and thinking about it. Like somebody, if a female is on the bus or whatever, they have a hat or a beanie on and they're just listening to their music, you're like, she probably got bed hair.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Or unwashed hair. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, unwashed hair too.
But it is scientifically proven that you don't have, it's actually unhealthy to wash your hair every day.
Yeah, no, it should be like every other day, every 3 days.
But why is it different for men and female? Like, because females, yes, but they don't say that men have to do that. You can wash your hair every day. Is it because it's shorter?
Probably because it's shorter. And I mean, if you think about it, us as females, we touch our hair a lot, you know, especially like when we like somebody, we touch our hair, we play with our hair. So you're getting all that like grease and oil and dirt in your hair. So it gets really gross, you know?
Yeah. But
But
then you,
like for everybody, it's not good to do that to your skin, period. For your
yeah,
scalp,
yeah,
not good.
yeah. They're easing. Oh my gosh. There even is a study that just showering in general, you know, you shouldn't shower every single day because, and before you guys are like react like, ugh, ew, not showering every day. Come on now. The scientific study says that your body builds up bacteria, and there's negative bacteria and then positive bacteria. Like you have bad and then good bacteria. That the good bacteria actually helps your body fight off the bad bacteria. It's not like super like that's gonna kill all the bad bacteria. It just helps fight or whatever. Anyways, So when you shower every day, here's the theory, okay? When you shower every day, yes, you're washing off the bad bacteria, but you're also washing off the good bacteria. So it's like, so that's the study from one of the doctors or whatever from I read from. So
I mean, that makes sense. But at the same time, like if I'm working a heavy labor job, I'm going to
okay,
shower every day
yes.
I work.
Okay, yes, of course. That's obviously an exception. You work in construction, or if you're working in the mines, or you're working in an
Or a
oil rig,
kitchen.
or a
You working in a
kitchen.
kitchen? Yeah.
But if you work at an office job behind a desk, I mean, if you like sanitize everything, okay, then you most likely won't have as much bad bacteria compared to the other jobs.
Yeah. Like I work a desk job. I don't take a shower every day. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't care what the doctor says. I just have to feel clean just for my mental. Cause
Yeah,
then,
I mean that makes sense.
cause then I don't like sleeping in my bed thinking that there's one dirty particle on my body. Cause then now I'm like, oh, now I gotta wash my bed sheets 2 days from, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
That's me. I always gotta sleep clean. Cause it's like, unless you sweat a lot when you sleep, you don't get dirty when you're sleeping.
No,
Like I said, unless you sweat a lot.
unless you. There are some people that sweat a lot.
Bro, even with AC on, like, and it's blasting. Like I see, I forgot who. I think it was my friend. My friend was freaking. I was in college. My friend would like still have small little sweat, not like super drenched, but just small. I'm like, bro, how are you sweating? And he's like, bro, because I always toss and turn at night, so like my body's exerting energy, and he tried to like go into. I'm like, I understand that, but
But, bruh.
right,
Yeah. No,
right,
I definitely like to sleep in a cooler room. It's just way easier and so much better for you to actually sleep in a cooler room.
yeah, for
Like that's
sure.
actually been proven too. You should be sleeping in a cooler room.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. So yeah, permanent bed hair because you are able to do something about it. With Unibrow, I mean, you could keep like shaving it off, but it's always gonna come back, I guess. I don't
Well,
know.
but I mean, if it's permanent, are you gonna be able to pluck it? Or is it one of those situations where as soon as you pluck it, another one just comes back? Like, whoop,
Probably
magic, you know?
there's probably a time limit or whatever. Like the body's like, oh, you want to shave it off? Oh, grow it back out.
Guess what? Tomorrow you're gonna have it right back.
Right, exactly.
No,
So
bedhead. Mm-mm.
unless you just want to embrace your inner beauty, what God blessed you with.
I used to have a unibrow. Okay.
No, you didn't.
I did. Growing up, I had a unibrow, and this eyebrow used to like fan like this
Oh,
across the way, and it was bad. Now I like have like almost no eyebrows when I don't draw them on. It's so bad. I blame my kids. They took my hair.
I was about to say that is. I'm not saying that you have wide eyebrows, but I'm just saying that's a pretty big gap just to have a
Yeah,
hair right there.
I'm not joking. And half of this is filled in. I will admit it.
Oh my god, that's crazy. Not me though. I don't know. I already have too much hair all over the place, so I don't have chest hair
Well,
though. I have like four little small little prong chest hair that's like that.
little wiry ones.
Yeah, they're like just randomly on my chest, and I'm like, I'd rather have that than just a freaking full on like gorilla hair chest. No, I wouldn't want that actually. But I don't know. Some females like that, but I don't. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a female. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mind it. I actually kind of like because if it's soft chest hair, they take care of it, they condition it. You know, rubbing your fingers through it is just like rubbing it, through somebody's hair. It's comforting, but at the same time, I am good with a bare chest too. Like, I'll take it anyway it's presented.
I guess that was another. Would you rather? Would you rather have a bare chest or a or a hairy chest? I would
Well,
with the
I mean,
non-hairy chest.
if it was me as a man, I would probably want a non-hairy chest.
But you as a female, you wouldn't mind having your man with a hairy chest.
Right, correct.
If I was a female, I'd probably say no. I want a bare chest. I want skin on skin action.
Meow.
Anyways, we'll go to the next one. All right, so here's the next one. Would you rather have a personal theme song that plays every time you enter a room, or have a catchphrase that you have to say every time you leave a room?
I would do a theme song for sure. Theme song, hands down. Because one, I love music, and I love me a good theme song coming into something. I would not want to have to say the same thing every time I left a room. Like if I have to go to the bathroom, be like, okay, so what? Say your thing to have just to go to the bathroom? No. Enter a bathroom all epically, sugar, sugar, while you're like, getting ready to go to the bathroom. Just do a little scoot to the bathroom. I'd be cool with that.
But just imagine that, like you like are known to like super bomb the bathroom. So somebody's already in there. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying just in general, right? Somebody's already in there, and then they hear your theme song. They're like, "Oh no, now the bathroom's gonna stink." You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they would know to hurry up and get out.
Yeah, yeah. There you
Give
go.
me my time in the bathroom. Goodbye.
Bro, imagine it being like at a workplace, right? At a workplace, and somebody that like all the coworkers, they all agree that they cannot work with this one person. They're just really irritated. And then their theme song comes on. They're like, oh man, there goes our day.
Like,
You know what I'm saying?
bah, 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 bah. Like,
Oh.
shit, here comes the boss.
right. Exactly. Or it's
Hey,
like one
that
of
would be
them.
a fun way to know that somebody's coming in, though. Like, you're like,
It would.
shit, here comes Carol.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say Karen.
Yeah, but Karen sometimes needs a break.
Sometimes they do. Sometimes they do, because sometimes they just don't realize that they're being a Karen.
Exactly, and not all Karens are Karens, though. Sometimes Jessica can be a Karen without literally being a Karen.
You know what's crazy? One of my friends, and I don't know if she's gonna listen to this, but if you do listen to this, my friend Karen, her name is actually Karen, and she has a lot of her moments of being not like a overbearing, like super yelling at you Karen, more of like a ditzy kind of like, oh, like, you know what I mean, like that kind of Karen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
so we always like kind of joked around with her when she would like get something wrong, or have a little aha moment, like, oh, I get what you're saying. We're like, come on, Karen.
See, I call those Barbie moments. Because you can't call them blonde moments anymore.
Yeah, no.
Because how many people have natural color hair anymore? And on top of that, me as a natural dark brunette, you know how many Barbie or blonde moments I've had where I'm like, oh, crap. I'm in.
Yeah. I mean, the guys have them too all the time. And there's an inside joke on my stream. I don't know if you saw it already, but there was one day that I told everybody that I graduated with a 3.8 GPA, and I have those Barbie moments or Karen moments of like, wow, what the heck did I just say? And then now every time that happens, they put in the chat 3.8.
They put in their 3 points.
Yeah, they do that all the time now.
I didn't know that's what that meant. That
Yes.
is hilarious now that I
Yes.
know.
Because it's like 3.8, right? 3.8 GPA. Yeah, well, yeah, you're a smart kid. You're smart, whatever. And I'm over here having these moments, and they're like, oh, 3.8.
See, I have those moments on my stream, and you know what people tell me? Yeah, go eat another gummy. I'm like, stop. Because I graduated like, one of the top of my class. So I had a 4-point GPA when I graduated. So it was one of those things where it's like, I'm not dumb, y'all. Like, half the time dumb things come out of my mouth. I can't help it.
Hey,
No
it
filter.
happens. Yeah, no filter. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It definitely happens. And everybody has their moments. Some people may have more than others, but everybody has their moments.
Exactly.
But for me, I'd probably, going back to the would you rather, I'd probably, man, because there's a lot of catchphrases that I like to say all the time, and I do say it all the time. And
Yeah.
but
I could see you as a catchphrase person though. I could. Because I could see you doing the whole like handguns thing too.
get to the chopper. No, not that. No. Well, you do it anyway. You're not in a room, but you're in your stream room, and then every time you end your stream, you always say the same thing.
I do.
So I don't know. It depends on the song, probably. Whatever song it is, like, because then I don't want it to be a song that I really like, and then it always plays all the time, and then I'm gonna get tired of it, and I'm like, well, there goes my favorite song. It's not my favorite anymore.
Yeah, I can see that. But if it's one that I absolutely love, I wouldn't mind it. Or if it changed according to like the mood or scenario,
Ooh, that's a good
I
one.
wouldn't mind that. Because then like you're like a dark, gloomy like state of mind. People know not to mess with you at that point. Like, oh, leave her alone.
Yeah. You could. You be feeling a little bitchy, right? And then you're walking into work. I'm a boss at man.
Yeah, see, exactly.
I don't know why that song has been stuck in my head this past week. I don't know why.
Because it's like everywhere right now.
Yeah, I guess. And because maybe I am a boss ass bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, don't make me do that right now. Sister Mary is put over there. No, get out of there.
Sister Mary.
Hey, if you guys don't know who Sister Mary is, don't worry about it. Like maybe you'll see if you come to one of my Twitch streams. Maybe you'll see it one day. You should do that. Like when your streams, you should have like a Brada Jeffrey. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I should just surprise everybody with
yeah,
it.
because just draw the mustache on, everything. Maybe draw the whole, not draw, but they have the makeup things where you can make a full beard, everything. Put your hair back so it doesn't look like you have long hair. Put a hat on.
Oh my gosh.
Like a this straight brim type of hat, not the ones that you always wear. Yeah.
I have a couple straight brims. I just don't wear them that often.
Do that, or not even forward, just put it backwards, like freaking like that. Wait, you guys don't want to see my bed hair, actually.
I don't know. Maybe we do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Your chia pet.
Oh,
no! See, that doesn't even look bad.
Well, because I had the hat on for like the past couple hours, so it's like shaped already. You know what I'm saying? Before,
okay, well, see, girls can't do that. It doesn't shape our hair.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's too long. That's why.
Yeah, well, when it surpasses your tuchus, yeah, it's too long.
What the heck? What the heck is a tuchus?
My booty, my rump, my cake. It passes it.
Speaking of that, before we go into a more serious would you rather, I cannot believe how much ways there are to say booty. I remember on your stream one time you guys were like just spitting out like a bunch of different ways to say booty.
Yep.
Badonk, badonk.
Badonk-a-donk. Yeah.
Badonk-a-donk, booty, arse.
Beach.
Really?
Yeah.
Beach?
Peach.
Oh.
Like fruit, peach, not beach. Oh, Lord.
Can you
imagine?
Like, beach? What? Peach. You see, like that kind of moment, somebody in chat would have put 3.8. I'm like, bro, no. So because they started doing that, right? I put in a command now, and you seen that movie? Did I tell you this already? Have you seen that movie? Be Cool with The Rock and the other person, or whatever. So I put in a command, and it's exclamation mark hater. And once I put that, then the sound will come on in the part of the movie where The Rock is chasing around. I forgot his name, the actor, and then he's running away, and he's like, "Come on, man, stop hating, start participating, start participating. Come on, baby, twinkle, 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 twinkle."
I have seen that in your chat.
Yeah, so I do. That's my counter to that. But booty, butt, like what we said, badongodong, peach, that ass,
cake's my favorite.
There was so much more. Like there was stuff
so many. I mean, I had a bunch of people in there with me, so they were all just rattling them off. I'm like, I've never heard that one before. Holy cow! That's what you call it that? Like what?
No, yeah, there's some that I go like totally new to me. I did not even know.
And see, like I know somebody said like pillow, and I was like, but see, I don't think of a booty as a pillow. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're nice, but like I think of like the dirty pillows, the breasticles. Those I think of those as pillows more than a booty.
Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm going to do a blank because I don't. That's all I say is booty or butt or ass, like the normal ways of saying it. Okay, guys,
Right,
normal
right,
ways.
normal.
There you have it. That is the I feel like we should do more episodes like, in between guests and stuff like that of doing these type of like kind of fun little episodes of Would You Rathers, and then kind of end it off with more serious, cuz there is two Would You Rather questions that I put up there that is a little bit more serious, and I'm going to say the second one first. So here it is. Would you rather actually, you know what? Before I ask this one, if you guys do want to participate in any of these, comment down below any of the would you rather's questions that we did ask. And then yeah, we would like to know, and then we'll do our best to reply to every single one. So far I've been replying to every single one. So yeah, whatever would you rather's, like would you rather have a talking dog or a talking cat, comment it down below. What's up, all you podcast lovers? I just want to take a break and tell you guys a little bit about Rootz Global Entertainment. These guys are all about the streaming, gaming, and creating some awesome content that'll keep you entertained for hours on end. With roots in Hawaii, they've got a unique perspective on the world of entertainment that's sure to keep you engaged. And if you're looking for more ways to keep up with their latest releases, their latest posts, or whatever it may be, check out their website at rootsglobalentertainment.com. Whether you're into gaming, streaming, or just love content, great content, Rootz Global Entertainment has got you covered. So thank you guys for listening in, and let's get back to the podcast. Would you rather be loved, or would you rather be feared?
I'd rather be loved. Because with love, I feel like there's less. Wait, how would I put this? Okay, so with being feared, yeah, okay, like they're gonna listen because they have that fear of like whatever consequences will happen. But in the end, you're lonely. You have no one really there by your side because they're scared of you. And then like somebody's gonna revolt at some point. Like they're gonna be like, "Screw you! This is not okay." Whereas if you're loved, you have so much more, right? Like I
Exactly.
would rather be loved for sure.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'd rather be loved too, because those particular reasons that you just said. It's more of a, for me, like it's more of a thing that I feel like we need more of in this world. You know what I mean?
Oh,
There's so
absolutely.
much there's so much hate, there's so much jealousy, there's so much negative feelings towards each other. We forget that we are one human race. There's literally one race, and that's just my opinion, but that's how I see the world. We are one race, no matter what culture, no matter what color, no matter where we come from. We are one race, people. So
Get
put
with
out
the
love.
program.
Get with the program. Get with the program. Like, just imagine, right? Imagine, like, just like in, I know I'm talking about a fictional movie, but just imagine, like, in the Avengers, right? The aliens come and try to take over the world. Who are we gonna turn to? Each other. The U.S. is gonna work with the Russians. The Russians are gonna work with the Japanese, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta save this world that we're all living on, because we're one human race.
Yeah. It's really not that hard to show love. People choose not to.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
more difficult and more horrible to just spread that hate. I don't know why we teach our children hate. I don't it doesn't I don't get it.
I don't get it either. It's it's ridiculous, but like I said earlier, right? It all has to do with those other negative feelings, like jealousy.
Yeah.
Well, majority of it is jealousy. You know what I mean? Like something
Yeah.
we've grown, over the centuries of years that we've grown, that like if we don't have something and we see somebody else happy with this, "Oh, I want to be happy too. And then, but then over time they can't get it, so they get jealous. and then they hate that person because they got what they don't got. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Ooh, look at that thing that they have. Ooh, that Lamborghini. It makes that person happy. I want a Lamborghini, so it makes me happy. Not figure out what makes me really happy. I want what you have.
Yeah, yeah. And
Nah.
then if it's not just hating that person, they're gonna go out their way to go and freaking steal it from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So a lot of the tornadoes that just happened, right? They're starting to arrest people and put them on blast on social media for looting and stealing from like all the houses that were destroyed and stuff. Like, why would you do that? These are people that already lost their homes. Now you're gonna come in and steal like their possessions that they could still salvage? What?
bro, let alone most of the stuff is all broken anyway.
Right?
It's so dumb, you know. It's just at the end of the day, it just comes down to people just being plain dumb and greedy. Like
Yep.
I don't understand that. People don't
I don't
have
either.
that empathy, you know what I mean, for others going through tragedies or trauma. It's part of this freaking world of not having no love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And those of us that do have empathy or are empathic don't teach it to others and don't speak up on that empathy
Yeah.
because we're afraid that we're going to get belittled or something's going to
Yeah.
happen
Yeah.
because most people that are empathic or have lots of empathy are individuals that have gone through a bunch of bull crap in their life that has taught them to be like, I shouldn't be like that. I didn't like it, so I'm not going to be that way to other people.
Yeah.
And so they just stay back.
Yeah. It's and then it's also like a lot of it too has to do with that image, right? The image that you don't
Yeah.
want other people to see you struggle. You don't want other people to see you, I guess, not have things, or you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
because it's like you said, it's like that fear of being judged. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Being judged, and then the fear of being felt left out and all that stuff. So like if you see somebody that has everything and is a superstar or celebrity or whatever it may be, you want to be like that, but then you're like afraid that somebody's gonna. It's a complicated situation because I'm having trouble trying to discuss
Articulate it.
articulate what I have in my head. And at the same time, I'm switching scenes, and I'm like, I'm lost.
So many functions are happening all
Right?
at
Yes,
once.
yes. So many functions, but it's. I guess what I'm trying to say is a lot of it is fear, really.
Yeah.
Fear of not being the best person, or fear of not being that person to look up to, or fear of being that person that doesn't look like they got their life together, and so getting all that judgment, and so just fear in general all around is it kind of affects how we react and how we act towards others. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did it. I explained that a little bit.
I'm proud of you.
But yeah, no, yeah. So I asked this question a lot to people, and I don't remember asking you that before. You know, would you rather be loved or feared? I think I did, but that's a common question that I ask everyone all the time because I want to, I like what I said. I feel like we all need to have at least a certain amount of love for each other in this world to take that step forward to make this world better. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and if you think about it, if you are loved by many, you will be feared by those that don't understand it because guess what? Those people that love you will go to the ends of the earth for you.
Yeah. 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 I could think of a pretty good example. And I always every episode I always bring religion to this, but that's just I grew up in religion, and I really believe a lot of the stories. So I apologize if you guys are not very religious and you guys are listening to this, but anyways, that reminded me of Jesus Christ. Jesus
Mhm.
Christ had a lot of people that envied him, that loved him, and go to the end of the world to push forward his teachings and what he was brought to this earth to do. And then you had those people that like really feared that and didn't believe that he was the actual Messiah, the actual Son of God, and it was all of that was from fear. And then what did they do? They nailed him to the cross and sentenced him to death. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So just imagine, right? Like imagine something like that. I don't, I'm sorry if you're not a religious person like me, but imagine if there wasn't that group of people or whatever part of the world that hated him or feared him like that. Imagine if everybody did love him. He'd probably still be alive. Not now, it's like thousands of years later, but you know what I mean? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
So
I mean, it also coincides with even politics. Like
yeah,
people love a particular individual that's running and they fear and hate what the other competition could be doing or planning. Like
yeah, for
it's
sure.
a vicious cycle.
I'm pretty sure that led to, some of the other presidents that got killed. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Mhm.
Speaking of that, if you guys are enjoying, some of these little deep topics that we are talking about, this is the type of podcast that we are running. So if you guys are new here, every episode we will be diving deep into a lot of deep topics. We've already talked about like relationships and we've talked about mental health, and I have some plans down the line. We'll be talking about first responders. We talk about how first responders react in the real world, because then on the outside looking in, we just see them as heroes, as strong people that has no fear and whatever. But in reality, these are first responders are regular human beings and they have feelings, they have traumatic experiences that they see every day, right? So we'll be diving deep into that from later down the line. And then another announcement next month is AAPI, that is the Asian American Pacific Islander month, and where that month really it's like a time of us embracing and celebrating, our Pacific Island cultures. And so we have a few guests on there that'll be coming on representing the Islanders, in their positions. I don't want to spoil it too much, and I don't want to jinx it. So just know that we will be having some pretty good guests coming on next month. So looking forward to that. But yeah, back to the would you
I'm
be
excited.
right. Yeah. We are having a
Wait.
firefighter next week though. I can't say that. That's for sure. So
Yes.
so yeah, would you rather be loved and feared? And I asked that to a lot of people, and there's always that one person that wants to be feared. And it's usually that person that's like not super sociable. And I can't exactly remember what my one of my ex coworkers said. He was in the military and he's kind of antisocial, but he has like a little dark humor. He'll come and say a little dark humor thing or whatever, but he's kind of awkwardly sociable with everybody. And you can kind of tell that he is a little to himself. He does his own things or whatever. And I think that played into his answer. He's like, I'd rather be feared because I don't really like people that much anyway.
Then they'd leave me alone type
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
exactly. Then they'd leave me alone. And so it makes sense, but at the same time, we still need a lot of love in this world to make it a better world.
At the
Yeah,
same time, we can't have those that are loved without those that are feared either. So there's got to be an even balance.
yeah, but
The
like,
light and the dark.
yeah, but yeah, I feel like it has to be good feared. You know what I mean? You can't fear somebody because you're scared for your life. You know what I mean? Not like
Right.
that.
Well, that's why I'm like, the individuals that are loved
Right.
can be feared by those that have not experienced it.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So we're gonna get to our next and final would you rather before we start ending the show, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed so far what we had on the show. I hope you guys are excited to have Kaleo as a permanent, member of this squad. And
Woo-woo.
I am. I'm pretty excited. So
We're
we
ready.
are ready for this last one. Would you rather? And it kind of plays into the other one that we just said, would you rather be loved or feared? So would you rather live in a world without poverty, or would you rather live in a world without war?
Hmm. That's a tough one.
It is a tough one, and while you're thinking of your answer, I know mine's, and I guess I'll
Okay.
try to give my little explanation. But I'd probably rather live in this country without war, and because a lot of wars or just wars in general, they lead to death and they lead to more hatred towards each other. Like what I said before, us being one human race. We're all the same people, no matter what color or whatever. It just leads to more hatred towards each other, being that power hungry country or whatever, just trying to one up each other or whatever. That's really what war is. They're just fighting with each other who they think is better. You know what I mean? Or just people being assholes and just like, I just want to take over your land just because. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just taking the death aspect out of it and the hatred aspect out of it, that's why I'd rather live in a world without war. And with poverty, I feel like it's not easy, but I feel like it's a less challenging thing to tackle compared to tackling war, because there's no way of stopping wars because we can't control how other people is going to feel. You know what I mean? With poverty, we can gather all the resources that we can to try and, you know what I mean, to fix that issue. You know what I mean?
True.
I just feel like it's a
But
lot easier.
I mean, it could be. It could be. I mean, how long have we been dealing with poverty though?
I
Like
mean, for a
we
while.
haven't even come close to fixing our issues with poverty, not only in the United States but everywhere.
Yeah.
Like so for me, I would have to go with poverty. I'm not gonna lie. I'd have to go with poverty because there's so many situations where poverty has started some kind of revolutionary type war situations and has caused so much conflict and hatred and all these things to where like if poverty was just fixed a little bit more or just like eradicated, maybe war wouldn't happen nearly as often because we wouldn't have all of those differences, all of those does that make sense? Like, I think I would have to say poverty. I despise dealing with like war type situations, but
Yeah. I think
there's
there's
so
just
much that
more.
goes into poverty.
There
It
is
feels
so
like
much
there's more
to.
that goes in the war.
Yeah, there's a lot goes to poverty, but I feel like, I mean, we don't know for sure exactly what started war, but war came along because of just the hatred between each other. You know what I mean? That's like the first reason why somebody started fighting with each other, is because I just don't like him, or I
Differences.
want that, right? Differences, right? And then that's where weapons started to come along, and then now there's freaking a lot of gun violence and all that stuff, and now it's just more of a power trip than
A
what it
lot
would.
of them are religious based,
Yeah,
political
yeah, yeah.
based, like
It is tough, man. Like it's a hard thing to choose. I just don't want people dying anymore, and there's more. I think there's more death there and the wars than poverty.
there can be. Yeah, absolutely, but there's definitely a lot of deaths that go
Yeah.
along with poverty
No.
because
Yeah.
the poverty that I've experienced is way different than anybody else's poverty, you know? Like not all of us are dealing with poverty on the same level. Like third world third world countries type situation, you know? Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's poverty.
Yeah.
And people are dying in those situations on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So, like hundreds, thousands, millions of people dying all the time due to poverty.
But and then that also plays into why can't we help these people with poverty? Because of resources, lack of resources. Where are all our resources going? To freaking military things to fight these damn wars. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it does play a part for both sides. So
True. Okay, so why aren't we taking those things that are going towards avoiding war and putting it towards poverty, which could in turn maybe prevent a
but
war from
is but is
happening?
but is war happening all because of poverty?
No, not all, not
That's what
all.
I'm
Like I
saying.
said, a lot of it's religion and political based,
Yeah.
power hungry.
Power hungry, it's I don't want to call countries out, but a lot of countries out there just because they feel like they're the superior race, like how it was back in the day.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But like
So
poverty puts people in those lower class
yeah.
situations and gives those separations between classes to cause that I'm better than thou type attitude. So if you don't believe me, well, I'm going to war with you. Screw you, you know?
Yeah.
I see both sides though. I see both
Yeah.
sides.
I do see both sides. I think it's mainly because, well, for me, I think I choose war because of the freaking millions of lives lost. And not saying that poverty didn't have the same, it might have the same number, it might have more, who knows, I don't know, we don't know the actual stats. But I think it's because I came from a very military based family.
Yeah.
My mom's what, half of her siblings, and then the other her in-laws are all military. And my dad's side, same too. They fought in during our super hard times like 9/11, all that stuff. And my wife's family, the dad served, back in the days when the big wars was going on. And it just didn't seem like, I don't know, that was more embedded into my head, seeing all of that happen compared to seeing the poverty. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I yeah, it's just,
See,
that's
whereas
probably
for me, I dealt more of the poverty side.
right, right.
I have military family background, but not to the extent that you do. So I think that's where it has that separation between you and me, is this as
Yeah,
far as this topic goes.
yeah, it makes sense.
So, going out and doing missions to try and help with the poverty situation and stuff like that. That was me.
Right,
And it wasn't the military side. I mean, my grandparents and other people in my family are in military type status, but my father and my mother were not in the military, so I did not experience a whole lot of that.
right.
It was very much so religious based, and you were to go out and help those that needed it and help all the situations that you possibly could.
Yeah. And it's funny that you brought up religion too. I think that plays a lot to my choosing of war, because what's one of the commandments? Thou shalt not kill. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I mean, yeah, we don't have a choice to have poverty or what. It's not a choice, it happens, right? But like with wars and killing, that's a choice.
It
You know what I'm
is, yeah.
saying? So I think that plays a big part into why I chose war, because it goes back to what I said about us being a one human race. Like, we are
Yeah.
choosing to kill each other.
Yeah.
At least with poverty, it comes with so much other different factors that play into the poverty part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With war, essentially, it comes down to your choice. You know what I mean? Well, now it's like, I signed up to do this. You know what I mean? That was your choice to sign up for the military to go and protect our country. So yeah, so it does. You do have a choice, no matter what part of it is. So yeah, I think I live without war, and you would without poverty.
Yeah.
Good points on each side, though. Like, if you guys,
Legitimately.
yeah, if you guys are watching, you guys are listening, what side are you guys on? Let us know in the comments. Explain to us why. If you think I'm wrong, go and tell me why I'm wrong. If you think Kaleo's wrong, tell her why she's wrong. You know what I mean?
Please.
Please. Because this is why we dive deep into, this is why it's called Welcome to the Deep. We dive deep into different subjects, and we give our perspectives, and then we want to know what your perspectives are. That way, maybe ours might change, it may adjust, it may not change at all.
Yeah.
So
We might see things that we never saw before.
exactly. We could go on and on and on about that topic, as it's I feel like we need more heads in a room. So like, if we bring
Yeah.
in like a couple more guests and get their point of views on it, then might open up our eyes. I don't know. I
Absolutely.
might
And
change
ones
minds.
exactly. I mean, like, more with heavy military background experience, ones that have actually been in combat, ones that haven't been, ones that have been far removed from it. I feel like that would be a really interesting discussion.
Yeah, for sure. And we do have military members coming up on the as a guest on this podcast. So I think, actually, you know what? After next week with the firefighter, the week after, we're gonna have a military member. So he is one of my ex coworkers now, and I'm not in anymore. So, well, yeah, we'll have a military member. And then, I mean, we know we have a bunch of friends that are former military or currently serving, so we can bring anybody
Yep.
on if we want,
A
because
lot.
that's a whole nother freaking, like, that could go on for like a whole month of every week talking about different experiences in the military, with either how the
Being in
military,
it,
yeah, being in
being
it,
out of it.
being out of it, being a veteran,
Mm.
and then like some of the negative things. Like, it's if you guys didn't know, there's a big like thing with sexual harassment in the military, and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. So looking forward to all of those. If you guys are looking forward to it, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notif button on the YouTube channel. Follow the podcast on Spotify. If you guys want to get to know me and Kaleo a little bit more, go check out our links down below. It goes to all of our socials. And yeah, we're going to be here every week, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get to the ending of the show. I just want to shout out to Kaleo. Thank you again. This is the first official being officially a part of the crew. Welcome to the deep, and hope you enjoyed this episode.
I did.
Yeah, I did. If you guys have any more like would you rather's, put in a comment. Maybe we'll put it in the next episode. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do that. We gotta do when we do our live in like the upcoming, you know, future, when we do our live podcast episodes, we'll read off some comments of you guys and we'll shout you guys down and all that stuff. So any final words, Kaleo, for the beautiful people out here?
Like I always say, remember to be uniquely you. It's the best thing that you could ever do.
And my final words is yes, bless her.
Yes, sir.
Yes, bless her. But hey, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys. Well, we will catch you guys next week. And we are out, baby.